Some girl had the audacity to make a joke about Kazuha, and now a portion of Genshin TikTok, sensitive as ever, are coming to her video extremely upset. First, let me show you the joke, then I'll show you how mad they are.
Okay, Emelia, so I have a question. I'm not good at maths, but if 2 plus 2 is 4, then what the heck is this? Why is Kazuha only one with his whole government name there? Everybody else is Yula or Chichi, and he's just...
Hi, my mother and father named me Kidehara Kazuha.
What if that was my last straw?
So that's the joke. I don't think it's really a big deal. I just don't find it funny, probably because her voice comes off as trying too hard to me, and it's kind of cringy, but there's some people actually mad about it. So I'm not picking a side here. I think both sides are cringy. I just think the people getting offended are more cringy than the person who was trying to make a joke. Although, you know what? The person who made the joke might be cringier than they are because they actually made this giant apology post-edit in the video after they were getting backlash. I mean, that's pretty dang cringy. Anyways, you can see that some of the top comments are not offended by the joke. They're just explaining how Japanese culture works and how the naming process also works. But then you see comments like this. And I'm confident that this is from a part of Genshin TikTok because I know how they operate. They will spread any sort of lie that they feel like they need to in a very dishonest way of attempting to bolster their merit. In this situation, this person's claiming to be a Japanese person and they use us all the time, trying to make it seem like they're indeed Japanese. But I am 99.99% confident that this is not actually a Japanese person. I talk with Japanese people every day, man. And yeah, they're not all the same, but I have a pretty good grasp of how Japanese people talk and their, the way they handle situations. And this is certainly not it. This is what some very sensitive person from the US acts like when they're offended by something. Case in point right here as well. Look at these comments. This annoys me so much. Oh, I'm a Japanese person, by the way. Oh, me too. Totally legit. This one's even worse, though. Look what this person says. If you don't know what that means, that's supposed to be a Y and an S. It's 3 words. I think you can figure that one out. I'm sure. I believe in you. And so then when they get called out for being disgusting for telling them to do that, they suddenly say, they're mocking a traditional name and I'm Japanese myself, and I totally have a right to be offended by this. No, you're not Japanese. You are an American who's trying to be offended on behalf of Japanese people who certainly don't care about this joke, and you're lying about being Japanese because you want to use Japanese people as an excuse to attack this person. Here's some more of the angry comments for you to read while I explain something else here about these faux activists on TikTok. And this is an anecdote. A couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now, I made a video talking about this girl who made a joke on TikTok, and TikTok got so offended by the joke that they doxed her and called her parents and called her school, literally tried to ruin her life over it. And after I made a video on it, the video was fine for like 5 days, but then they found the video and they started spamming all these lies on the video saying, oh, she did more than make a joke. She was literally wishing for terrible things to happen to people. And the terrible things they said, were much more explicit. I got to watch what I say here. But they were blaming this girl for so much stuff that there was no evidence that she actually did. The only evidence of it was that she made a really bad joke. And that was it. Look, again, same thing as I'm saying here. If someone's making a bad joke, okay, that's kind of cringy, maybe not even cringy, maybe it's just a bad joke that failed, but actually like getting offended by it and doxing her and trying to ruin her life, well, that's crossing a line, man. And the type of people that would want to do that to somebody are probably just looking for any excuse that they can find to do that to somebody. Anyways, that's enough of this cringiness for me. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go get ready to watch the Poirier-McGregor fight. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the next segment.